Godzilla Raids Again is the direct 1955 sequel to the original 1954 film, and it was rushed to theaters in less than 6 months after the premiere of the original. 6 months! So, what's the best way to capitalize on the original? By having the actors sitting around silently watching the original with no sound for 3 whole minutes. So, produced in less than 6 months, you say? And you can't get any more cheap and campy than right here. Look at that! An aerial shot of Godzilla, and he isn't even moving. It's just a toy! In the original, Godzilla was something to fear and felt real, thanks to some clever lighting, low-angle shots, camera speed, and fantastic optical and superimposing effects. Only now, after so many repeated viewings, did I notice the people inside those buildings. That's awesome. However, with this one, it feels like I'm watching 2 guys wrestling in monster costumes. But that's how we like our Godzilla, nonsensical, unrealistic, and over-the-top hilariously bad. This film also happens to be the first time Godzilla squares off with another monster. His name's Anguirus, an ankylosaur that also woke from the nuclear bomb testings, and according to some scientific research, has 4 brains. Where the heck would you keep 4 brains in your body? Well, it doesn't take someone with half a brain to know that Anguirus has no chance against Godzilla. He gets smashed through a pagoda, chomped down on the neck, and eventually burned by Godzilla's atomic breath. Which is bizarre because earlier Godzilla's atomic breath appeared to do little more than annoy Anguirus. Godzilla Raids Again was never one of my favorites. I think I was spoiled by the 60s and 70s Godzilla movies that I saw before this one, and this was the humanized Godzilla getting himself involved in over-the-top plots and predicaments. For how outlandish and ridiculous they are, something in them always makes you remember them. They stick with you. But with this movie, I can never remember what happens. It's unfortunately forgettable and it just doesn't stick. It's a film that I probably wouldn't watch more than a select few times, but the uneven camera speed of the monster fight is still fun in its own right. And then there's the Americanized 1959 re-edited version. Yeah, Gigantis! Oh my gosh, there's so much stock footage! There are clips from educational films, footage from actual World War II events, and even clips from other movies. Look at those tyrannosaurs! Why'd they do this? Well, all this stock footage is supposed to help drive in the fact that the monster Gigantis, formerly known as Godzilla, is a type of fire monster known as an Anguirus. And Anguirus is a type of Anguirus. And they both roar like Anguirus. This is stone cold confusing. I guess it doesn't help that he's retrieving this info from the same book that says ankylosaurs possess 4 brains!
I'm glad you're here. You're so brave, Tsukioka. Absolutely, darling.
Banana oil.
Banana oil.
I was desperate and worried.
Yes.
And anxious.
And how fitting. Maybe it's best that Godzilla got buried under tons of ice before the series really became banana oil. As the King of the Monsters went on a brief 7-year hiatus, Toho, the creator of Godzilla, began experimenting with other giant monster movies. But only until 1961 did things really start to get excellent.